Hi, Dr. Ditto. Thank you for viewing my work. Let me start with the overview of this research. This study examines how Malaysian undergraduates interpret visibility created by learning management system analytics. While learning analytics are commonly used to measure engagement, existing research pays limited attention to students' lived, emotional, and cultural experiences of being visible. To address this gap, the study adopts a qualitative, interpretivist case study approach, guided by Foucault's concept of visibility and self-determination theory. Most existing research on learning analytics focuses on measurable indicators such as logins, clicks, and time spent online. While these metrics provide useful behavioral patterns, they do not capture how students interpret being visible within these systems. As a result, the emotional and motivational consequences of analytics-based visibility remain poorly understood, particularly when visibility is experienced as monitoring rather than support. This gap is especially important in the Malaysian higher education context. Cultural norms emphasizing respect for authority and relational accountability may shape how students interpret visibility differently from assumptions in Western literature. At the same time, analytic systems have expanded rapidly, often without equally clear communication about how student data is used. Guided by this problem, the study addresses 3 research questions. These questions focus on students' interpretations of visibility, the perceived impact on motivation and emotions, and the cultural and institutional factors shaping these experiences. First, how do Malaysian undergraduates interpret the experience of being visible through LMS analytics? Second, how do students perceive the influence of analytics-based visibility on their motivation, self-regulation, and emotional well-being? And next, what cultural and institutional factors shape students' responses to LMS analytics? The study is guided by 2 complementary theoretical perspectives. Foucault's concept of the panopticon explains how visibility functions as a form of power, where individuals regulate their behavior due to the possibility of being observed. Self-determination theory helps explain how this visibility may support or undermine motivation, depending on whether it is experienced as autonomy supportive or controlling. Methodologically, the study adopts an interpretivist paradigm and a qualitative case study design. Data will be collected through semi-structured interviews with 8 to 12 undergraduate students who have experienced LMS analytics. This approach is appropriate because students' meaning-making and emotional responses cannot be captured through surveys or system data alone. Interview data will be analyzed using reflexive thematic analysis. Rigor is supported through clear alignment between theory, research questions, and interview design, as well as reflexive journaling, audit trails, and participant reflection to ensure interpretations remain grounded in students' accounts. This study matters because learning analytics do more than record student engagement, they shape how students experience learning itself. By examining how Malaysian undergraduates interpret analytics-based visibility, the study shows that motivation and emotional responses are influenced not simply by what is measured, but by how visibility is understood within institutional and cultural contexts. These insights are necessary for developing learning analytics practices that genuinely support learning, rather than unintentionally creating pressure or control. Thank you.